Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to watch our video, which provides a brief overview of the theory of transformational leadership and a review of the article, The Effects of Transformational Leadership on Organizational Performance Through Knowledge and Innovation.
Let's begin by talking about characteristics of a transformational leader. From these characteristics, we can sum up that transformational leaders need to be considerate of employees around them, need to understand that they're not the only ones at the organization. They have a team next to them that with clear communication and trust in the individuals, things will move efficiently and individuals will carry out tasks successfully. These are some advantages of being a transformational leader in an organization. Number one, sharing of knowledge and knowledge slack. Knowledge slack allows individuals to connect old information to new information and internalize the knowledge. Number two, influences absorptive capacity, which allows roles to be divided responsibly so that when environmental change happens, the organization can adapt efficiently. Number three, stimulates transfers of explicit and tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge allows for competitive advantages. Number four, draws on intellectual capital. And number five, affects innovative behavior positively, which intrinsically motivates individuals to come together, share ideas, create a shared vision, and then eventually inspire them to become their own leaders.
There are 13 hypotheses that were researched in this article. I'm going to be focusing on the first four. So the first one is transformational leadership will be positively associated with knowledge slack. So basically, transformative leaders encourage their employees to be empowered and have autonomy in their workplace. The second one is transformational leadership will be positively associated with the absorptive capacity. Transformation leaders enable their employees to search for new opportunities and create a common vision. This allows employees to have a greater responsibility in their employment and gives them more tactic knowledge at work. The next hypothesis is transformative leadership will be positively associated with techness. This basically means that employees learn through experiences and communicating with each other. Last hypothesis on is transformational leadership will be positively associated with organizational learning. So this basically means leaders foster a common view of organizational goals that allows leaders to guide and motivate firms and seeks new opportunities and challenges.
Methods used during this research include companies with the greatest turnover in Spain, focusing on 4 sectors: food, farming, manufacturing, construction, and services. A total of 900 individuals were randomly selected, and the procedure is to interview the CEO, have them complete a questionnaire to analyze the difficulties within the companies, and the research will measure transformational leadership, knowledge slack, absorptive capacity, tacitness, organizational learning, innovation, performance, and size of the company. The data collected will be implemented on a recursive, non-saturated model.
In focusing primarily on the first 4 hypotheses, we found that this study was able to demonstrate that transformational leadership does indeed appear to directly impact the variables of knowledge slack, absorptive capacity, tacitness, and organizational learning. Although all shown to be statistically significant, absorptive capacity was the variable most strongly impacted by the direct effects of transformational leadership, whereas tacitness was found to be the variable least influenced. With this being said, the study also took into account the mediating and confounding variables in terms of how they impacted and related to one another, and measured the interfactor correlations as well. These statistics provide additional interesting insight into the collaborative relationships between these variables. So if you're interested in viewing the full set of results and tables, please visit the article tab on this site.
After reading the article, Effects of Transformational Leadership on Organizational Performance Through Knowledge and Innovation, we found that there were several limitations to the study. First, survey data and the survey itself. Self-reports may be subject to social desirability bias, and common method variance did not influence the findings. Concentrated on 4 sectors, firms from other sectors may yield different results. Model analysis. Only some factors were influenced by transformational leadership. Cross-sectional nature of the research. Only specific situations and time were studied, not their overall conduct over time. Finally, multidimensional perspective. Data should be collected from different levels of business performance. Further research is needed in larger samples and in other countries, but also in the area of education.
Overall, this study looked to explore the relationship between transformational leadership and business performance while taking into account the mediating variables of knowledge and innovation, demonstrating the critical impact that transformational leaders have specifically in terms of increasing organizational knowledge by way of its acquisition, growth, and collaboration. The implications of this study support the importance of transformational leaders within an organization and help identify the areas of performance and productivity that can benefit most by this style of leadership.